Welcome to STARBOARD Tutorials. I'm Paul Ezerendu, Department of Vocational Teacher Education, University of Nigeria, Nsukka. We're going to take you through a series of topics in the tutorial today. We're going to start from the connection of the equipment, the projector and the board to your laptop, and we are also going to teach you how to run the software, having installed it in your system, and how to calibrate. From there we'll go on and teach you how to use the pen, the eraser, go to a new page, go to next page, navigate, go to previous page, and so on. This is the basic training organized by the Education Innovation Unit, University of Nigeria, Nsukka, on STARBOARD, how to use this electronic board, which has come to replace our whiteboard marker, replace our chalkboard, and it's very, very interesting, very interactive. You can stand before the system, before the board, and you can write one or two things, and you can do a whole lot. Go to page 1, go to page 2, navigate, and really deliver your lecture, and very, very interesting. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Good. You're welcome to this part of the training, which we have tagged the connection. Connection of what? Connection of the projector. The projector here has a VGA cable and also a power cable coming from it. These two. The power cable, like our conventional projector, the power cable that goes to the power supply, and then the VGA that goes to the VGA port in your laptop. We're handling connection for now. So from there, the power cable has come to this point. This is the power cable here, coming from the projector. It has been light behind the board, and then we take it and have it plugged to the power supply here in the socket. That is the power cable. You connect it properly. We've been doing that, connecting our televisions and some of the equipment that we have in the house. So you've connected that. That is for the power cable. Now the VGA cable is this. If we have been connecting our desktops, you see that you need to connect your monitor to the desktop to connect use the VGA to connect. So we're used to connecting that for now. So there is a VGA port in your system, in your laptop there. So you check the shape of the VGA. It's not regular. It has a chamfered end. The two ends are chamfered. So you need to check and see that the port is exactly the same position. Just like you look at a 3-pin, you just easily see that. And you need to be careful about it so that you don't break the pins there. So getting to my laptop now, this is where my VGA port is. And I'm using the port, checking the shape to correspond with what I have here. And I just insert it. Now that is just the job done. If you connect it like that, I've connected the VGA, I've connected my power here, and then the VGA. There is a third cable that makes this equipment to be different from the regular projector. What do I mean? For the regular projector, you just project, and then you stay by the side of your laptop, and you're connecting, you're doing whatever you want. But this board is interactive. So this USB cable connected to the USB port in your system brings up a green light on the board. If you look up here, you will see it is red for now. Now it has become green. Now this green means that the board is now interactive. That is, I can write on it. It is responding. If it doesn't come green, that means either the software is not in the system, or you need to do one or two things to get it like that, to be green. So we have connected the 3 cables. One, the power cable for the projector, and then the VGA cable and the USB cable. Now when we connect the power cable, we will see an amber light here on. There is an amber light that is on. That means it is ready. So if we switch it on, either by pressing the on button here, or by using the remote control, which is easier to use, we can use this remote control, and as we click it, the red amber light will now begin to blink green. I've done that, and it is blinking green now. After a few seconds, that green will be steady. As we're seeing it, it will blink and become steady. We're waiting for that to happen. Now, if it is steady, it begins to project. If you look at the screen, focus on the screen is coming out gradually. Like if you switch on your TV for the first time, it will continue to come out and become bright and bright and very bright. Now, this is the connection aspect of the training. We have connected the power cord to the power of the projector, we've connected the VGA cable, and we have connected the USB, and all of them are responding. We can set, because this green light is there, we can select anything on the board and it will become selected, just as if I'm sitting before my laptop. And if I'm here, I can use also the manual to set, the remote control to set one or two things to adjust the brightness and so on and so forth. And that is what we need to know how to do. Just like your remote control, TV remote control, or radio or DVD is still the same thing. You just see how it is done. We leave this abnormal. That is for the menu. At this point, we have concluded the tutorial on connection. That is, I repeat, you connect the power comes on there, you connect the VGA and you connect the USB, and the board becomes interactive. If I select Microsoft Word, it is selected as if I'm using my mouse there. That is the interactive aspect of it. Thank you very much, and we'll continue the training. Thank you. You're welcome back to this aspect of the tutorial. We call it running software. Like any other software you have in your system, whether Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and so on, as you see it on your desktop, you double-click it. That is simply the whole idea in running the software, because it is already installed in your system. Now, on the system here, we are looking at the STARBOARD icon on the STARBOARD, so we can double-click it, and the software will begin to run. Now, the software is open, so you can see the whole screen, and as it is covering your laptop, it's also covering the screen of the STARBOARD. And from here, you can now either write or erase or do whatever. We have simply run the software, and that is what we have done in this aspect. You will see that my addressing has changed. Yes, it's for good, but we'll explain that later. Thank you very much. You're welcome back to the tutorial. This time around, we are handling the calibration aspect of the tutorial. What do I mean by calibration? I use this illustration to explain to people that when you are watching a video and somebody is talking and the movement of the lips is not synchronizing with the sound you're hearing. For some TV stations, you see it like that. Somebody will, after the lips have moved, then the sound will come out. It's not synchronizing, and at times it is clumsy. But on the STARBOARD, we are using what we call calibration. That is the word there, the terminology used. Now, what does it do? It makes your action, where you are pointing at, let your pen be there. Not when you're writing here, the pen is writing somewhere else. No, we are saying that if you calibrate, you will synchronize the pen and the action. They will be very, very close. If you observe, there is a little gap between where the action is now and where my pointer is. There's a small gap there, like close to ½ inch. But we're going to calibrate and see if there is any change, whether it got better. But that is what we need to do. Now, in calibration, we go to settings. From settings, we're going to take this step one by one. And as it is on video, you can pause, you can play back, you can see how it is done, and you get information very well. So we go to this settings tab. Good. Now, when we come to the settings, for every action in the computer, there is a minimum of 2 ways of doing it. You can also leave this place, you'll see settings there, and you can come down to menu on the toolbar. If you touch menu, you will still see settings again. Everything on top repeats down, depending on your own, at your own convenience, what you want to do. You just pick it there. So if we go from settings, we now go to STARBOARD. From STARBOARD, we go to calibrate. When we touch calibrate, the dialog box for calibration appears. Now, what are we talking about? We need to read this first. Do you prefer the calibration? Yes, I do. Or to load default values, push the default button. But I prefer to calibrate to make sure that my pen and my action is at the same point. So I click OK. But the point is this, the moment I click OK, I begin to run. That is, it is a running activity from number 1 to 9. And I'm going to take you through that. I click OK. Right, so I see the red blinking, number 1. I hold it there, it is green. I move to number 2. I didn't say touch it, I said hold it. If you hold it at the center, at the crosshair, you will get the green color, then you move. Number 5, I'm there now. And then I get to number 6. I touch it if it is green. You don't hold it if it is green, you move. Fluorescent green, I mean. And then you get to number 9. It is fluorescent green, you leave it. There is an information there. It says what? Calibration completed. At this point, your calibration is okay. Now, if we write again, we're going to see a difference. There is surely a difference. In fact, where my pen is now is where the action is. No distance, no 1 millimeter gap. It's responding properly. Then I can now write, yes, that my name is Paul, right? My department is VTE, okay. And then, yes, in University of Nigeria, UNN, go. So I can write confidently, haven't calibrated, I can do a whole lot of things with ease, without writing here and something is appearing there. Or maybe I want to click my eraser and then it goes to touch another tool. That could be frustrating, but you need to calibrate. Some people will always ask, do you need to calibrate every time before you start using the point? I say no. If you go to a vulcanizer and vulcanize the tire, and you come the following day, it is still standing, you enter your motor and you move. So, but if you have any need at all to calibrate, I say it is not painful, it is not difficult, it's not expensive. So you just go to calibrate and then remain comfortable using the equipment. Thank you very much for listening to this part of the tutorial. Thank you. Welcome to another aspect of the tutorial, which has to do with the use of the pen, the eraser, going to a new page, going to a previous page, and to the next page. That's what we're going to explain in this aspect of the tutorial. Now, when we get to the toolbar, which is here on the screen, you can see and agree with me that the toolbar is not as much as that of Microsoft Word or PowerPoint. There are icons there that you can recognize. Now, while on your system, when the system software is running, if you keep your mouse on any of them, it will tell you the name. Now this is the pen. I have just selected it. And it is showing that it's highlighted. That yellow color is there. So if I write, I can write and write red. I can also change the color of my ink by clicking here. And I change it to black. So I can write black. My pen may look thick, and I can reduce the thickness of the pen this way. You increase it by going to the right. Oh, too big. You can reduce it by going to the left. All right. So as this, I can easily write my name there, Paul. Okay. So I can write. I can adjust the width of my pen. I can change the color. I have used pen to write. The next thing is to erase. I have my eraser icon there that looks like a sliced bread eraser. As I've selected it, if I'm erasing, it is erasing what I have written. Just take note of it, and don't forget that you can play back and get what I'm talking about in detail. You can play it over and over again. So if you select your pen and write something, you can select your eraser and also erase. Right, that is for writing and erasing. And this has settled a whole lot of things. Even if it is writing and erasing, you have achieved a lot. Now, just like Microsoft Word, we have pages. We have pages on the program here. Like here, we are having 1 of 1. Up here at the top right corner, we are having 1 of 1. That means we are at page 1 now. We can go to a new page by clicking the button, the icon that shows new page. Now you can see that icon on the left part of the board. It also exists the same thing on the right part and on the left part. On this left part, you can see the tools there. But we're going to use the one that is on the right part. That is, you should be capturing this on this. Now this icon that I'm about to touch, we'll change it to page 2. The icon here, we can see that, focus on this icon. So if I select it, it will change to 2 of 2. My page 1 is still there. Just exactly what we'll be doing in Microsoft Word. We can go to 3 of 3. If you just click it, very sensitive, just touch it, we can go to 4 of 4. And you can continue to teach. That's my eraser on. I can select my pen and I continue to write. If my page 1 is filled up, then I can go to a new page by clicking this red arrow that is pointing down. The name of the arrow is New Page. It takes me to 5 of 5. Don't forget that, it's very, very important. You don't need to erase or wipe off your board. You can go to a new page and continue your teaching. Now you can go to a previous page, just like page up in Microsoft Word. The icon is the one below, showing arrow left. If I touch it once, I will go to 4 over 5. Still focus on 4 over 5. If I touch it again, I go to 3, depending on how you touch it, and back to 1. That is, if a student is asking you after 30 minutes of your lecturing, and he says, ask you a question on what you did on page 1, you can easily go back to page 1 and answer and respond positively. Well composed, because you still have what you have written there, and it is still fresh in your mind. You can recall and give a good answer to the student. So we have used the tool, New Page, we have used Previous Page, and the one that is lower than that is the red arrow going right. We're at page 1 now. We're at page 1 of 5. If we click Next Page, which is this arrow going right, the arrow going right, if we touch it, it will get to 2 over 3, or 2 over 5 again. So we have learned how to use these 3 icons to go to a new page, to go to a previous page, and to go to the next page. Now, at this point, we have 3 over 5 there, we're at 4 over 5, I'm just clicking new page, and we're at 5 over 5. If I click next page now, there's no next page. This is the end of the page, 5 over 5. The same thing in Microsoft Word. If you arrow down to the last page, it stops until you press enter, it opens a new page. Yes, following our manual, or our topics, how we handle it in the basic tutorial, we've gone through the use of the pen, the eraser, new page, previous page, next page, and then we have save. Save is like any other save you are doing in PowerPoint, Excel, or Microsoft Word. If you go to the file there, file menu, you will see save. That is Control S. File menu, save. The dialog box comes out. You now key, you can go to your laptop and key in the file name. It will save it in libraries, documents. Exactly the experience you've always had. Control S, you are saving your work. That is for saving. I'm not saving for now, I'm canceling. Right? Now, the last aspect that we want to touch is the use of the projector, use of the STARBOARD as a conventional projector. Now, there's no difference there. This equipment does 2 jobs. One is if you connect the VGA to your system, you will get your system projected. So it has projected. Then if you use the software, you will now go to the interactive aspect where you can write, erase, go to a new page. If you have anything in your system to call up, maybe a program, a file in PowerPoint or Microsoft Word or photo or video, you can go there and call it up. And we're going to handle that in the next stage. Thank you very much. Still on the training, we want to show you how you can call up some of the softwares that you already have in your system, some files that you have there like PowerPoint, whether you text, Microsoft Word or photos or videos. That's just what we want to do now. You can use the STARBOARD just beyond the STARBOARD software. Anything in your system, you can project and use it in your teaching. Right. So when we are here, you can, this is the STARBOARD tutorial. I mean STARBOARD software running now. You can also go to your system. As I'm going now, I have a PowerPoint software there that I've just called up. Now I have a presentation to make, and I'm going to show you a few things that I do. It's in PowerPoint and it's in my system, and I'm calling it up and I am presenting. Yes, I've been a tailor since 1991. I'm also a furniture maker. This is the skeleton of the work I've done in 1991, and this is the full work, the finished work, as you can see it. Right, I'm also a tailor. Wow, that's my wife, and I made this dress for her. We made t-shirts and we packaged. My cousin is there. She did economics and she led sewing, and she's also in the business. So we make our dresses, we package them. That's the kind of sewing that we do. We also teach people. This is my own concept of dressing while I was still in school. Yes, you can see at this point, he is a boy. I made that shirt. Wow, traditional wedding wasn't a real problem. We made the dresses. I saw this on the picture and I had to copy it and use it. The shirt, the tie, the trouser is my work. You can see my logo there, OG. I make bags as well. And I also teach people. I call my bags Meat. This is another design of the bag. The shirt is my work, and the bag is my work there. The shirt, the trouser, and the bag, as you can see. The briefcase, this is a keyboard bag. The shirt, the tie, they're my works. I've been in sewing since 1991, and I've been teaching young people how to sew. Wow, that's my dad there. That's a memory I also thought I also made the dress for him. The chair there is my work also. This is Matrix 2 Design Team, VTE. It's my design team, and I teach my folks here how to make this dress. Every person wearing this t-shirt made it by himself or by herself. As an architect and a builder as well, I take my students to site and they get involved in building construction because I'm a building and woodwork. Wow, you can see on your screen, that is catfish. I run a consultancy outfit on catfish, from spawning to the adult age and so on. Yes, I love VT, that is my department. Thank you for viewing. We have come to the end of the tutorial, the basic tutorial on the use of STARBOARD. And I want to believe that you must have enjoyed yourself and that the video tutorial is going to be very helpful to you. You are free to distribute it to as many as are around you that need it. It's an open source thing. And I wouldn't like to stop at this point and just move out. I have some people that are behind the camera. I have my team. We're working together. And I also want them to introduce themselves. Someone like Kelechi Job, he has been there behind the camera, and he's the power that is giving us the coverage that we need. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You can introduce yourself.
I'm Kelechi Job, a graduate of VTE.
He graduated from VTE and he passed through my design team, Matrix 2 Design Team. He has learned tailoring, he's very good in furniture making, and he's behind the camera, he's good in ICT. He's just returned from his NYSC serving the nation. And another fellow there is Paul Anibo, who has been very good. He's on a console and making a lot of things to work out. He's an IT consultant, he's in final year for now. Very soon he'll become a graduate. You're welcome. And these are the guys that I'm working with. I move around with them to the different departments. We've covered 17 departments at this point, and they go with me and they made my work very easy, very, very effective. And that is why I want to showcase them in this place. Their information, you will still get them on this video. You can connect them. I have a very good website that I want you to visit, Ezerendu.org. This is the young man that designed the website. You will see his name there. Paul Anigo is his name again. Thank you very much for watching. You're welcome to the STARBOARD software installation. You're going to be taken through step-by-step process of installing the software, which you can go through by yourself, self-paced, and have the software installed by yourself. You don't need to be a guru or anything ICT professional now. First of all, you dump your software on your desktop. As you can see there, my mouse is going. I have the folder there where I have copied or dumped my software. If I double click that, it opens the software. Now this flyout, this shows me the software files, which I go to the setup file, setup application, which I have to double click. This other dialog box comes out, so I click STARBOARD software. The installation begins. I click next. I click next. I accept and click next. We have to be careful about this point because we need to enable these two X here. We need to click on the first one and then select the second line. This feature and all sub features will be installed in local hard drive. We are doing this so that we don't miss any part of this installation. You do the same for the second X, and then you go to next. You click install. The installation begins. Copying of new files and so on, which is a process that we usually see whether we're installing Microsoft Word or PowerPoint. We click install here. Click next, modify. Click finish. Yes. I will need to restart my system. At this point, you can see your Starboard software icon on the desktop. If you double click it, the software will run. That's the Starboard software running. It's saying Starboard not connected because my system is not connected to the Starboard. Thank you.